If you are due to graduate nursing school this semester, I need you to start studying for your NCLEX now. Not later, now. You are indeed smart enough to pass your NCLEX in 4 weeks. I know that sounds crazy, but trust me as somebody who did it. When I was in school, my professors were like, y'all need to be scheduling your NCLEX within 4 to 5 weeks, and I was like, that's a little quick. I know for a fact I'm not passing no NCLEX in 4 weeks, but I did, okay? If you're like me, I'm an overthinker and I have anxiety, so automatically I'm like, no, I need to make a study plan. I need to study it all the way up until such and such a day, and I just do it every single day, all hours of the day. I'm not feeling this. I honestly felt like they were just rushing us at the time, but then I realized you are at your smartest when you first graduate nursing school. Like, everything is still fresh in your mind. As you go on, you're gonna forget little bitty things, which is okay, because once you get in the field, you're going to start learning things, and things are going to start like coming together. But you know the most as soon as you graduate. So I think it is smart to say, okay, take it within 4 weeks. And saying that, please schedule your NCLEX when you are allowed to. The dates, I'm not kidding. The dates go so quickly, like you will try to schedule for one day, then it'll all fill up. Like, the dates fill up quickly. So as soon as you schedule the NCLEX, the better. I'm gonna make this quick. I'm gonna tell y'all how I set the NCLEX, and I'll make it quick, so I know you gotta get back to studying. I mean, who really has time to watch long videos in nursing school? I know I don't, unless it's about the lecture that we didn't learn in the class. I don't got time for nothing. ATI, use it. As much as I beefed with ATI throughout my journey of nursing school, it came in handy at the last minute for NCLEX. Like the, I can't think of what they call it now, but like the little test, the pre-test they give you, take the pre-test so you can see where you stand. Please take the pre-test. Then they have like this little thing where you can make your own quizzes. I suggest you do that as well. Oh, the dynamic quizzing, that right there. Okay, now it's starting to come back, like the CAT stuff, like the adaptive quizzing, like once you take like the little test, and then whatever you be getting wrong and start popping up more, take those, because I guarantee you, like, taking NCLEX style questions will help you on the actual test. You don't want to get there and sit in front of that computer screen and be like, what is this? Because NCLEX testing is a lot different from nursing school questions. I don't know if y'all school like give y'all questions like that, but I'm telling you, you need to practice. ATI also got this handy dandy comprehensive book that they give you. I used this like it was the last resort. I mean, it really wasn't my last resort, but I used this like it was a straight up textbook. This is my study guide. As you can see, I got all these papers in here. But I really like this book because everything you learn is condensed into one. And we had a whole class where we went through like the entire book, basically, which helped a lot. But anyway, okay. So I know you be seeing people be like, buy this and next. There's different websites that help you pass the NCLEX. I think I use 2 websites. I use Simple Nursing and I can't think of it. It wasn't Nurse Hub. Hold on. I use Archer as well as Simple Nursing and this ATI book and a little bit of YouTube. I use a mix of a lot of things, but you don't have to do that. Archer has this really good thing where you can take, basically you can take a pre-test, like an NCLEX style test. It's gonna give you 150 questions. I know it sounds like a lot, but you need to be able to block out that time so you know what it feels like to sit there for 150 questions, because some people get 150, some people get 80. I got 82. I mean, just because you get 150 questions don't mean you fail either. So you need to be able to sit down and be like, okay, I can sit down and answer all these questions if need be. But Archer does that, and then they start giving you like these dynamic quizzes, which primarily focus on your weaknesses. I mean, they give you a mix of like the other stuff you know too, but what's the point to keep studying the stuff you know when you need to study on the stuff you really don't know, if that makes sense. Like for me, mine was definitely pharmacology. We didn't have a pharmacology class, so a lot of the stuff I still was like, I need to sit down, watch a YouTube video, because a lot of times they like LevelUpRN, Sarah, Nexus nursing, Nurse Mike. I feel like, especially like Nurse Mike, it just, I don't know, I understand it better when I watch those videos versus like if I'm reading the book sometimes, or even on ATI. ATI is so black and white, I'm like, this is boring. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I have issues. But yeah. Archer gave like this big old like study plan, like for each topic you get a day to study or read through these, not read through, watch videos or read through whatever, and then you have like 80 questions to do every day. I know that sounds crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I think I did 80 questions every other day, and I did CAT exams, at least one every single week. That helps a ton. Like, I know it sounds overwhelming at first, but once you get like the hang of it, it's definitely beneficial. And with those, take my notes out real quick. You said I'm still good. With those exams, the CAT exams, or even like the practice exams, everything that I got wrong, I wrote down so I could just read through it almost every day, if not every other day. I would read through before I took my next quiz, just to like make sure I was retaining it. Because it's one thing to like read it and see that you got it wrong and just be like, okay, whatever. But to write it down, for me, when I write stuff down, I remember it more and it just sticks better. Archer also has these options, like where if you take your test, you can see the explanation if you get it wrong or the rationale. They also have option for you to not see it, which I'm not gonna lie, I think like the first week or so, I'm like, okay, no, yeah, actually I kept the rationales on the whole time, because I'm like, I still feel like I need to learn this stuff. The only time, well, you can't use rationale, I mean, it's not gonna show you rationale on the CAT exam anyway, but for the practice, I'm like, keep the rationale on and let me know if it's wrong or right. Because on the NCLEX, you ain't gonna know none of this. You're gonna be like, I feel like I got every single thing wrong. You're gonna be sweating, you're gonna feel like you ain't getting nothing right. It's just what it is. Please set you a schedule and abide by the schedule. You don't have to study all day, every day. You really don't. I didn't even do that in nursing school, I'm not gonna lie. And look, I made it. So, you do have to pay for Archer, and I forgot the other website that they have for the NCLEX, but if you already have a program that's embedded within your school, if you already have like a website or whatever that y'all have to pay for that's embedded in the program, just use that, because you don't want to have to pay extra. I mean, I did, but that's because I didn't like ATI. You don't have to pay extra for this or whatever. You don't want to use a whole bunch of stuff either to study, but just find what works for you. The biggest piece of advice I could also give you, or maybe a couple of things: eat before you go study. Because how you gonna study and your stomach grumbling? How you gonna do that? Make sure you hydrate, because I don't know what, if it's probably gonna be hot by the time some of y'all take the NCLEX this spring, but make sure you hydrate. Especially because people be getting nervous and get hot, get panic attacks, all kinds of stuff, but make sure you hydrate, make sure you eat, please. And put your phone do not disturb. I know I made that mistake a couple of times when I was studying, my phone kept going off. I'm like, I'm trying to study. Jesus. I don't need distractions from outside. But anyway, do that. Go to the library. Really go to the library. I try to go to a cafe, and it's just too noisy. You need silence. If you can get a study room, by all means do that. Or even if you can't get into a quiet environment, get some earphones, headphones, play some white noise. I like watercolors, jazz, stuff like that helps me like zone in. The last thing I'm gonna leave you with, and when you go take your NCLEX, it might be summertime, but make sure you dress appropriately. I would put on like, not anything, I wouldn't put anything that's gonna make you cold. Like wear a long sleeve and wear some pants. And please wear some socks and shoes, because I wasn't there like this. Even though I had a long sleeve and pants on, I was freezing. And I was in front of my computer like this. And make sure you eat, you be hydrated, and you be good to maybe say a prayer if you're religious. You are smart, you got this. You don't need 3 months to study for the NCLEX. You're gonna pass it within 4 weeks, and when you do, come back here and say, I passed. It's time to lock in, get in them books or websites, whatever, take them quizzes, and pass the NCLEX. Why are you still looking at me? Turn the video off and go study.